whatever. I'm here today to do something a little different, something we don't normally do on our channel. A large portion of my time watching television, watching movies, and I like talking about them, and I was like, well, why not talk about them on YouTube? Really gotta get this life together. So I was in drama class and we were covering Greek tragedy, Oedipus. Now, if you know what Oedipus is, awesome. If you don't know what Oedipus is, you can pause this, go to the little search bar and type in Thug Notes Oedipus and check that out, because actually we watched that in my drama class. O-E Indeed. Why am I trying to spell when I can't spell to save my life? And then come back here. Like, you come back here. Come back to this video. Because not only am I talking about Oedipus, honey. Oedipus. Also talking about one of society's favorite shows. Game of Thrones. I can't even just call it my favorite show. Calling it an obsession isn't even enough to explain what I feel about that show. It's insane. Anyway, let me calm down. I'm still reeling from season 7, so relax. I can't relax. Time to talk about what I came here to talk about. Okay, I mentioned to you that I was in drama class and we were learning about Oedipus, and then I mentioned to you that I love Game of Thrones. What could these two things possibly have in common? Aegon Targaryen, Jon Snow! We're gonna look at him in Oedipus. Oedipus doesn't even know who his parents are. He's not aware that the people that raised him are not his parents. Many think Oedipus is a fool. The prophet even told him, you're a fool, you don't even know who your parents are, you know nothing. The big one here is that Oedipus porks his mom, a family member. Unknowingly porking a family member. Oedipus leaves the home he was raised in. Huh. Starting to sound a little familiar, right? There's prophecy about Oedipus from the day he was born. There's prophecy all up in him, because his parents got a prophecy, and then he got the prophecy. Adoptive parents are dead. Deceased. Finito. I mean, we don't know that his mom is dead though, but we know for a fact that his father died because a guy came and told him, hey, yo, your dad's dead, you can be king of this land now. And he was like, nah, I'm gonna stay in Thebes. His bio father is dead by his own hand, but he's dead. Yeah, he becomes a hero to the people of Thebes by solving the Sphinx's riddle. And they're like, yeah, you're awesome. Oh, Oedipus, Oedipus. And then he's given a position of power. Again, does this sound familiar? This sounds just like somebody that we all know if we watch Game of Thrones, but who can? Jon fucking Snow. He's literally Jon Snow. Jon Snow is Oedipus in George R.R. Martin's world. And again, I'm gonna break it down for you again. Jon Snow doesn't know who his real parents are. He still doesn't know that to this day. Ygritte always told him, you know nothing, Jon Snow. Smolder. You know, she's always like, everybody is like, you're a fool, because he's a lot like his father Ned Stark. They're very honorable men, but you can't be honorable in the Game of Thrones, so they call them fools. They're foolish, and they do make very foolish decisions. Granted, Jon's foolish decision ended up getting him that boat sex though. Okay, gotta take risk out here, fellas. When he porks a family member, he porked his aunt, man. He porked Daenerys. He leaves behind the family and home that raised him. Not to say that, like, you know, he doesn't care about Sansa, Arya, and Bran. Obviously he does. He went to war with Ramsay Bolton and in his family, but he did leave his home to join the Night's Watch. And I have to say, when it comes to Oedipus and Jon Snow, they both left their homes for noble reasons. Jon's adoptive parents are dead. Catelyn and Ned Stark are dead. Like, really dead. Like, oh, yeah. Decapitated, neck sliced. Some people wish that in the TV show Lady Stoneheart was alive, but she's not. She's dead. Jon Snow is seen as a hero for one, from the wildlings. He saved them from the Whites and the White Walkers that were pushing forward south from the north, but for the north. Anyway, they were pushing towards the wall, which would have ended up killing all the wildlings. And he saved them. He brought them to the wall, even though it didn't really work out for him in the end. They were both given positions of power. Jon Snow became Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, and that's kind of because the last one died and he was being groomed as his steward, and I mean, he earned it, but Most people don't become Lord Commander that early on, just saying. And then he became king in the north. He was surrounded by prophecy. His father believed that he was going to be the prince that was promised. And then when the red woman, Melisandre, resurrected him, she believed that he was the prince that was promised, the Lord of Light. But even now she says prophecy is a very funny thing. They're not always accurate. And she's starting to actually look as like Daenerys and Jon are both the prince and princess who were promised. It's more than one person. Just how much their friggin' stories are alike. Like literally, side by side. The only thing we have not seen yet is how Jon's story will end. Oedipus' story ended in tragedy. Jon's and Daenerys' story end in tragedy, like Oedipus and Jocasta, his mother, and Jon and his aunt, Dany. Will it end in tragedy? Will Dany have kids? Will she want to kill herself because she's having kids? Will she be afraid of going mad, or that their children will be mad and destroy the realm when she's working so hard to change what has been the norm? She does not want to be a mad Targaryen. She does not want to leave a lineage of mad Targaryen. And a large part of the show is not being your father's children. Like, all of them are trying to not follow the paths that their fathers took because it led to war, death, and suffering for all of the realm. And that is not what Daenerys, Jon, and all the current leaders are about. They're, besides Cersei, of course. Like, pretty much it. Like, will Dany have kids? Will she sacrifice herself? Will she kill herself? What will happen to Jon Snow? Will he roam the realm blind or something? That's all I have for you guys today. If you love Game of Thrones, like me, you cuckoo about it, drop a comment below about what you think about this kind of theory. It's not really a theory, it's more just something funny that I noticed when I was in drama class. Let me know if you like this, and if you think, wow, yeah, Jon Snow is Oedipus, George R.R. Martin is a fucking genius, okay? Let me know. Just drop a comment, man. Tell me what you think. Let's have a discussion. I like talking about this. I like getting all heated. This video, if you want to see me talk about more shows, I watch a lot of TV. I'm actually currently just now watching American Horror Story. Like, yeah, I know. I'm late. I'm late at everything. I'm almost finished with season 3, which is currently my favorite. Tell me, do you think Jon Snow is Oedipus? You know, what do y'all think? Tell me what you think. I can't read your minds. Thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all next time. Hush, 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 hush.